Erik Ten Hag reveals future plans after leaving Manchester United. Amorim losing patience, big changes coming at Man United. This transfer shows Amorim's vision could transform Man United. Man United's board runs out of patience with £72 million signing. Patrick Dorg is shining at Manchester United, showing promise in Ruben Amorim's system. While the squad remains incomplete, his performances bring hope ahead of the upcoming transfer window. Manchester United left Goodison Park with a valuable point, but their performance was far from convincing. Ruben Amorim admitted that his team has yet to show its best form. However, amid the overall dullness, Patrick Dorg was a rare bright spot. The 20-year-old fullback joined United from Lecce for £25 million in the January transfer window. Unlike many of his teammates, he wasn't burdened by the disappointment of a frustrating season, allowing him to bring fresh energy to the pitch. In his last two matches, against Tottenham and Everton, he excelled as a left wing-back, providing both intensity and attacking threat. Initially, Amorim deployed the new signing on the right side against Leicester City in the FA Cup, but it was clear that Dorg was much more comfortable in his natural position on the left. From there, he has contributed both defensively and offensively, something neither Diogo Dalot nor Noussair Mazraoui has managed to do consistently. Dorgu is steadily making his mark in Amorim's squad, which is still struggling to fully implement the 3-4-2-1 system due to a lack of suitable personnel. United's play remains slow and uninspiring, and for Amorim to properly execute his tactical philosophy, significant reinforcements will be needed in the summer transfer window. Dorg's quick adaptation is a positive sign for the Old Trafford club. Initially, he wasn't a highly sought-after prospect, drawing interest only from Napoli. However, based on his current form, Dorg appears to be a perfect fit for Amorim's system, something rarely seen at Old Trafford in recent years, where many signings have struggled to make an impact. However, one new signing is far from enough. A club sitting 15th in the Premier League table needs at least 6 more players to complete its squad. A new fullback, a quality striker, reinforcements in midfield, and possibly even a new goalkeeper are all on the agenda. With a restricted budget, Amorim will have to spend wisely. But if the Dorg transfer is any indication of his ability to identify talent, United has reason to believe they can have an efficient transfer window, laying the foundation for a much better season ahead. If that happens, United's road to reclaiming its identity will be an exciting one. Ruben Amorim is considering changes to Manchester United's lineup ahead of their Premier League clash with Ipswich Town, as the coaching staff grows increasingly frustrated with Rasmus Højlund's form. United heads into this midweek fixture under heavy pressure, still searching for their first win of the month. Notably, Amorim and his coaching staff are losing patience with striker Rasmus Højlund, which could lead to a surprising change in the starting test 1. In their last match, United drew 2-2 against Everton. Amorim's squad once again showed inconsistency, starting the game sluggishly, conceding early, and only managing to equalize in the second half thanks to goals from Bruno Fernandes and Manuel Ugarte. This issue has plagued United throughout the season. The team often begins matches with low energy, struggles to control games, and frequently finds itself playing catch-up. Defensive frailties are another major concern, with United keeping just 2 clean sheets across all competitions since the start of the season. Against an Ipswich Town side currently battling relegation, this is a prime opportunity for United to secure all 3 points. However, with the attack struggling, especially given Højlund's dip in form, Amorim may be forced to make a significant lineup change. In the Everton match, Højlund started but was subbed off in the 70th minute for youngster Chido Obi. Immediately after his substitution, United scored twice to complete a comeback, further raising doubts among the coaching staff about the Danish striker's impact. According to Manchester Evening News, Amorim and his assistants at Carrington are growing impatient with Højlund after a 16-game goal drought. His last goals came in a brace against Victoria Plazen in the Europa League, and in the Premier League, the former Atalanta forward has managed just 2 goals all season. Despite this, sources indicate that the coaching staff is still trying to support Højlund during this difficult period. In reality, the entire United attack has struggled with scoring, apart from Amad Diallo, who has been sidelined with a long-term injury. Given the situation, Amorim is expected to make a bold tactical adjustment against Ipswich Town, potentially deploying Joshua Zirkzee as the starting striker. Zirkzee has been performing well on the right wing since Diallo's injury, but with Højlund failing to meet expectations, he could be moved back to a central role. If Zirkzee leads the attack, Bruno Fernandes might shift to the right wing while Alejandro Garnacho starts on the left. Meanwhile, the midfield duo of Manuel Ugarte and Casemiro is likely to remain unchanged despite their struggles against Everton. Rasmus Højlund has gone 16 consecutive games without scoring, making Manchester United's coaching staff increasingly frustrated in considering a new striker for the summer. The Danish forward continued his disappointing run, failing to score in his last 16 matches, which has tested the patience of head coach Ruben Amorim and the Man United coaching staff. Højlund's poor performances were particularly criticized in the 1-0 loss to Tottenham and the 2-2 draw against Everton. In the Everton match, with United trailing 2-0, he was substituted in the 70th minute for 17-year-old Chido Obi Martin, who was making just his second senior appearance. As Højlund left the pitch, Man United fans at Goodison Park cheered, not only to welcome Obi, but also as a sign of frustration with Højlund's form. This was in stark contrast to the boos aimed at former head coach Erik ten Hag when he subbed off Højlund against Brighton in September 2023. Head coach Ruben Amorim has shown clear disappointment with Højlund. In the 3-1 win over Southampton, he immediately took Højlund off the pitch after the striker lost an aerial duel. Since taking charge of Man United in November 2024, Amorim has only allowed Højlund to complete the full 90 minutes in 5 games, substituting him 10 times. This suggests the Portuguese manager no longer sees Højlund as the club's main striker. Højlund joined Man United in the summer of 2023 for £64 million, rising to £72 million from Atalanta as the club sought a young, high-potential center forward. However, his numbers have been concerning: 7 goals across all competitions, but only 2 in the Premier League. Goalless in his last 16 matches. Failed to score in 27 out of 33 games this season. These stats fall far short of expectations for a striker valued at over £70 million. With Højlund failing to deliver, Man United is planning to sign a top-class striker in the summer 2025 transfer window. Some of the names being considered by the Old Trafford club include Victor Osimhen, Jonathan David, and Ivan Toney.